Hello everyone, welcome to this series on literary theories, and in this video we are going to discuss how cultural studies is bridging high and low culture. Introduction. Cultural studies is an interdisciplinary field that delves into the intricacies of cultural phenomena across various societies. It seeks to comprehend how culture is constructed, represented, and experienced in everyday life. This field does not merely focus on high culture, traditionally associated with elite art and intellectual pursuits, but expands its scope to include all forms of cultural expression, thereby challenging long-standing dichotomies. High culture versus low culture. Traditionally, culture was seen through a bifocal lens, distinguishing high culture, which encompasses the arts and intellectual achievements, from low culture, often associated with popular and mass entertainment. This division implies a hierarchical view of cultural value. However, cultural studies vehemently denies this separation, asserting that all cultural forms are worthy of academic interest and can provide significant insights into society. Redefining culture. The conventional notion of culture emphasized highbrow art and intellectual activities, often accessible only to the elite. In contrast, cultural studies redefines culture to include mass culture, whether popular, folk, or urban. This broader definition reflects the reality that cultural experiences are diverse and omnipresent, challenging the elitist view that equates cultural worth with intellectual and artistic refinement. Influence of theorists. Prominent theorists like Jean Baudrillard and Andreas Heisser have argued that the distinctions among high, low, and mass culture have collapsed, particularly after World War II. This collapse reflects a more integrated view of cultural production and consumption. Similarly, Pierre Bourdieu and Dick Hebdige have explored how good taste often mirrors prevailing social, economic, and political power structures. They highlight that what is considered culturally valuable is frequently determined by those in positions of power rather than by any inherent qualities of the cultural products themselves. Cultural representation and power. The representations of different cultures often reflect underlying power dynamics. For example, during the British Raj in India, writers like Rudyard Kipling portrayed India in ways that supported imperialist ideologies. These representations, while seemingly benign, were deeply entrenched in arguments for white superiority and economic exploitation of colonized regions. Cultural studies examines these representations to uncover the socio-political agendas they serve, emphasizing that race and economic factors are crucial in understanding cultural narratives. Everyday life and culture. Michel de Certeau's work on the practice of everyday life underscores the importance of studying ordinary, everyday cultural practices. Cultural studies adopts an anthropological approach to literature and other cultural products, viewing them as phenomena of culture. This perspective shifts the focus from determining which cultural works are the best to describing what is produced and understanding the relationships among various cultural productions. Goals of cultural critics. Cultural critics aim to describe and analyze cultural productions within their political and economic contexts. They seek to reveal why certain cultural products are valued more at specific times and how these valuations reflect broader societal power dynamics. This approach allows for a more nuanced understanding of culture, one that acknowledges the influence of socio-economic factors on cultural production and consumption. Transgressing boundaries. Cultural studies often involves transgressing traditional boundaries between disciplines and between high and low culture. This interdisciplinary approach can make cultural studies particularly engaging and accessible. For instance, a cultural studies research paper might explore the cultural significance of a contemporary pop culture phenomenon, blending historical, economic, and literary analysis. Example analysis: Captain Jack Sparrow. An exemplary cultural studies analysis might focus on a character like Captain Jack Sparrow from Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. This analysis could encompass a wide range of topics, from the historical trade economies of the sea and real pirates like Blackbeard and Henry Morgan to literary influences such as Robert Louis Stevenson's Long John Silver. Additionally, it could examine various portrayals of pirates in film and television, and even the influence of rock culture on Johnny Depp's performance. By incorporating interviews with Depp, DVD extra features, and fan websites, such an analysis would provide a comprehensive view of the character's cultural significance. Conclusion: Cultural studies offers a rich and varied exploration of cultural phenomena, bridging the gap between high and low culture. It highlights the interconnectedness of different cultural forms and their broader societal implications, providing valuable insights into the power dynamics that shape cultural production and consumption. This field encourages a more inclusive and critical approach to understanding culture, one that appreciates the complexity and diversity of human cultural experiences. So this was the discussion on how culture studies bridges the gap between high and low culture. We will meet in the next video and discuss some other topic. Until then, goodbye and thank you.